got no love. Y'all hoes can holler back. It's money over bitches, I'm a motherfucking Mac. Now go get your set together, shorty, we can see your tracks. No, I ain't happy to see you, bitch, them bands in my slacks. I can fuck with her again. Before I cut her loose, I wanna see her fuck a friend. Face first in that pussy while I'm going in. That's right. I push it down like a motherfucking Mac. I don't know if I can fuck with her again. Before I cut her loose, I wanna see her fuck a friend. Face first in that pussy while I'm going in. That's right. I push it down like a motherfucking Mac. I push it down like a motherfucking Mac. Your bitch on my team and yeah, I made her walk the track. Shorty triggered and I don't think you want her back. Cause she be going hard, DPs and all that. Hate to have to be the one to bear the hard facts. But it's true. My bottom bitch fucked her with a hard strap. Menage a trois, I guess is what they call that. Got him 69 and now I'm about to fall back. I just love to smoke and watch some pussy eat cat. Enjoy the scene first, then get up and beat that. Straight beast mode is how you supposed to treat that. When I holler at that pussy, bitch, I better speak back. Fuck with her again. Before I cut her loose, I wanna see her fuck a friend. Face first in that pussy while I'm going in. That's right. I push it down like a motherfucking Mac. I ain't done with you, I'm about to have some more fun with you. Your best friend's cute, I wanna see you stick your tongue in her. Little mama got naked, then baby started tonguing her. Pussy from the back, now little mama about to come for her. After that, she took the strap and started drumming her. Pull her hair, spanking ass, baby going dumb enough. Interfere if you want, that's if you think you're dumb enough. I was thinking upon her, cause I'm always thinking of coming up. Interfere if you want, but if you thinking of running up, I'll be having it on me, my intentions is to fuck you up. I don't know if I can fuck with her again. Before I cut her loose, I wanna see her fuck a friend. Face first in that pussy while I'm going in. That's right. I push it down like a motherfucking Mac. I don't know if I can fuck with her again. Before I cut her loose, I wanna see her fuck a friend. Face first in that pussy while I'm going in. That's right. I push it down like a motherfucking Mac.
This your boy Grizz.
And I'm your main man, Greenback.
And this is the GRIZZBIZMY2SENSE Show. Powered by...
Don't sound like such a poop butt over there, man.
Man, I'm so tired.
Man, you going back into your droopy dog stuff, man.
I'm tired.
Remember I used to call you McGruff?
Man, I was on the paper chase.
Oh, McGruff.
Tired. Wednesday to Wednesday, I ain't gonna be too good. I had a good thing for you.
You look like he main vein 2 Derby sets.
Yeah, whatever that is.
You on them Derbies?
I don't know what the hell you talking about, man.
I believe you on Derbies.
The hell is Derbies?
Derby sets.
Oh my gosh.
You're crunching down Derby sets and snorting them in Speedway bathrooms.
Let's give a round of applause for Ivory the Aries.
No, you don't introduce my people like that. It's Ivory, the mother thin lady's finest, motherfucking Aries. This is the birthday girl. You don't bring them in. Happy birthday, Ivory the Aries. Disregard this schmuck.
What's
He's not a schmuck. He's chasing the buck. He's not a schmuck. I tell you, you know what? I gotta stop doing that. Just calling people schmucks for nothing. You know what? You might have did earn it. I go behind them shades and I see them lids down. Ooh, it's me and you, the birthday crew.
Oh, I'm back. We back. Ladies and gentlemen, we back. We live.
You just sounded like one dude on that Snoop
I
album.
don't know.
Remember that Snoop album? Easy.
Yeah.
We're back now at this hour.
Yeah.
Easy dick.
All of y'all out there that did tune in, I don't mean to disappoint you, but brother man over here, if I pass out, don't pay me no mind. But anyway, a lot been going on these past week, 6 days, whatever you want to call it. One of the main things I wanted to talk about was that little mama movement. I think it's more of a publicity stunt, but she do got a point, and it is a hot topic. And she wanted to start a heterosexual movement. And she felt like, what a lot of people do, that if you say anything or go against anything in the LBGTQ, or however you say it, then you hating, then you judging, and you doing whatever. And a lot of those folks want to compare their struggle to being black. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. And I say this to say that. Did I say that? No, I didn't say it, but I'm going to say it.
They ought to compare it to lepers.
Oh, see, I ain't trying to be disrespectful to nobody. So I'm just saying.
What's disrespectful about it?
I'm just saying.
This is what people
I
need to
can't
learn.
wash my black
Opinions
off.
is never disrespectful. They can have to each his own mean something.
Y'all chime in any time now because I'm going to sleep.
To each his own means just that. If I don't like you, I don't have to. You know why? Because you're not the boss of me. You're not the boss of my thoughts. You're not the boss of my beliefs. If I think you're running around and you're supposed to be a grown man, but you're a grown man and I believe you're getting took to Pound Town, I'm not cool with that. I told you, man. I ain't gonna say no names, but they say they out here, they doing things to these peoples, man. It's not right, all right? It's the same as Sharif when Cousin Harold got killed. It ain't right, all right? It ain't right.
Well, my opinion is this. I do feel like the LGBTQ community is a very powerful community, and if they feel attacked in any way,
they don't play no games.
They will go in like more than Drake's 100.
That's bullying.
So even when Grizz was saying that he was going to bring this topic up, I was like, woo, that's a touchy subject. So be ready for the smoke that's going to come with it, because I know how the community is. But I do feel like they don't allow for other people's opinions. I feel like if you don't agree with what they feel like their rights or freedom should be, then you can definitely be attacked by that community. So it's a situation that a lot of people steer away from, honestly, than to go head on with that community, because they are known to have the financial and political influence that they can really, on the business perspective, they could do a lot of damage. So you got to tread lightly with that community, but I don't feel like they allow for other groups to express how they feel against what they believe, which freedom of speech is ignored when it comes to the LGBTQ community, I think. And they don't allow you to really state how you feel without you feeling attacked one way or the other. No, I don't think it can be compared to racism when it comes to black culture or the black community, because just like you said, you can't wash your black off. You can make a decision to be whatever sexual preference that you want, but you can't wake up and be like, okay, y'all, today I'm gonna be, Cambodian or, Russian or whatever. You gonna be black till you die. So period.
Well, I will step in there because some of us didn't die black that started off real blackish. And we ain't gonna bring up no pop kings and nothing, you know. It looked like they dipped him in some vanilla almond milk and it dried
Don't do
up
that.
on him.
Don't do that.
And you supposed to be
Don't do
from
that.
Gary.
But you know what? Speaking of blackness and the black community and black things happening, you know that right now the state of Illinois is considered, well, they have passed a program for the country's first black reparations for residents there in Evanston, Illinois.
Yeah, I seen that.
So right now, it might pay to be black. You know, you might not want to, bust a move.
What they gonna give them?
It's so quick.
They ain't gonna do nothing but give them two Lucy's in a pack of Dijon or something, and a fifth of a bite of that rose.
What intrigued me about it is because it said
Don't smoke crack.
It said the reparations housing program will distribute 400,000 to eligible black households. So to me, it sounds like it's going to be a lot of stipulations and regulations and reasons why you might not be able to get your cut in on them funds. But we're going to find out. We'll let the residents of Evanston, Illinois be the first to speak on that.
It's only 2 black people in Evanston, Illinois.
Hey, man, they only got to give reparations out to 2 families. I ain't gonna lie, I came a long way with this LGBTQ stuff. I used to be real anti and nuts about it, but now I was like, there's nothing you can do about it. It is what it is. Because I thought about it. Unless that was just in your body to do that, you would never pass up no thighs and booty and breasts and things of that nature. You just wouldn't do it. Unless your body doesn't want that genuinely. You weren't trained. You came out and you said, this isn't for me.
Chemical
I
imbalance.
definitely think that that lifestyle is more than just a decision based on physical preference. It's a lot deeper than that.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a committed lifestyle. So it takes a lot emotionally, and I think that sometimes it's a misunderstanding because that group of people is passionate, and I think sometimes the expression may come across a little different where it seems aggressive, but I know that I can be misinterpreted that way too when I'm being passionate about something and I'm trying to communicate it and it doesn't seem reciprocated. That's been a phrase that's been used with my personality more than twice. So, I'm not saying anything is right or wrong or indifferent. I respect whatever your decision is on your own lifestyle because I feel like the next person's lifestyle decision does not directly affect me, right? So unless your decisions directly affect me, I really don't have an opinion. Be happy, live your life, do whatever it is that makes you feel like one with the sun and going with the wind and whatever else it is that you want to use poetically to describe, walking on sunshine. But I'm cool with it. Do what you feel. Just, I feel like the openness, sometimes the discretion, the secrecy, sometimes those decisions cause for there to be a lot of misinterpretation about the lifestyle because you hear so many stories of people not being open or honest with, their birth origin sexually. And I think sometimes that is a reason why opposing people to the lifestyle are offended because they only know negative reactions or responses to the lifestyle. So I think that has something to do with it too.
I could agree with that.
I'm going to say this. Let me ask y'all a question. Are y'all cool with all the stuff they putting on TV, the stuff they doing with kids, talking all this gender stuff and books and classes on
I just found
all this stuff? I'm gonna just say this and say it. Y'all can be mad. I don't care. Hey man, when we was younger, back in the day, if you lived that lifestyle, you didn't put it on Front Street. You know what I'm saying? And the only ones that did was the flamboyant dudes that,
and ones that could fight. Can we put that on there?
Oh, I ain't never say one. None.
I mean, the ones that could fight. They was in the front lines.
Yes.
You know?
We have.
Ring from the face, so he got to talk about the, fisticuffs.
But I'm just saying that.
Man, it things one's on.
And
Wendy Neal.
I mean, it was just done in the dark or discreetly or whatever. And that goes, and I'm not judging nobody because every sin is a sin. Now you see on Facebook, he cheating, this, that, and the third. And so all of it is a sin. Ain't none greater than the other. But you have to believe that you are sinning in order for that mentality to work with you. If you don't believe it's a sin, then the conversation is null and void.
On that note,
and hold a minute. And like I said, no matter what you do, sin-wise, the object is not to broadcast it or flaunt it because deep down inside, you know you're doing wrong. So you keep that to yourself and your maker. You know what I'm talking about? Now everything is out there for it. You know what I'm talking about? They putting it everywhere, and I don't agree with that. And I understand what they're saying, what I just said, at every sin, and I want the violence stopped on TV, the games, all of it. It all makes sense. But we as humans, we pick and choose our battles. We pick and choose what's good for us. You know what I'm saying? What we feel is good for us, and that might not be the case. I'm going back to sleep.
On that note, I want to say this. This is why I came a long way with that type of thing. Because when you, like she said, it's way deeper than just somebody physically thinking that. You know what it is? It's just like it's been since the beginning of our existence dealing with this problem we find ourselves in America. And that is, it's an attack on the people. They genetically modifying things. They're practicing all of that. They putting hormones in certain foods and affecting certain people out the gate. Genetically, it's already being passed down from what the parents is intaking in this society that they administering out here in the water, different things like that. The air, you see the planes flying around now. Every plane got a mist stream behind it now. Every single one. I was riding in the truck. Every single plane has something spraying out the back of it. Every one.
Chemtrail.
Yeah. I seen like 5, 6 of them all in the sky at once.
They emptying the toilet.
Attacking.
They emptying the toilet.
So these kids, and then not only are they administering it genetically, having you more and more hormones of the opposite sex in you, then they hitting you with the subliminals and all the stuff on the kids' shows. The kids' shows got the most gay stuff in it.
Well,
and that's what people talking about, really.
The kids' shows got
that
the worst.
That shouldn't.
I just found out today that the new Sims, it's a gender thing on there, and you can make a male. It's weird on the Sims. You can make a male have a baby and all this.
Oh, hell no. They need to ban that.
Weird stuff on the Sims going on.
They need to ban that bullshit.
I want to say that, first of all, you're making a huge assumption when you say, that people that choose certain decisions with their lifestyle know that it's a quote unquote sin.
That's what I was saying.
I said, hold on, I said.
Finish my point, though. I didn't even finish my point.
Because you said that I also said right after that, if you believe that. If you believe in that. If you believe that it's a sin. So if you don't believe it's a sin, then this whole conversation is null and void. Go ahead. I throw this disclaimer out there. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, never mind. I mean, you cleaned it up, so I guess everybody
put the mop on it.
point of what you meant when you said that, because I just
He
thought
came
that
with
was
the mop.
we don't want to make the assumption that everybody has one religious belief or everybody has
This is
one
true.
particular background or upbringing, because what you learned was wrong or indifferent, somebody else was grown, brought up to be accepting and inclusive of. So, you just have to, when you really include all of society, right? You have to think about European cultures, Swedish cultures, where the masculinity is not emulated in the way that it is in American cultures, right? So men have always openly shown their feminine sexuality in those cultures.
What?
So this isn't, the Bible also says it ain't nothing new under the sun. So we all know that this ain't nothing new. But you have to look at realistically, when we are inclusive to everybody, that this is something that's a lot of people grow up seeing day to day. A lot of the European culture, French culture, showing affection is a symbol of love and inclusiveness, and it doesn't have to do anything to do with sexuality. And also like Brazilian cultures and other cultures where men practice different sexual styles
What?
with women.
Abnormal
I'm
rituals.
no, I'm gonna say different. They practice different
Oh,
sexuality
you just being nice.
when it comes to
You just being nice.
Hey, we want to give you 3 minutes to recess to go in there and get you a bite of that crown apple. And if you can, two bites.
No. I'm drinking summer watermelon today.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
That's why she's so nice, talking about different men that do different sexual.
She
What
just,
kind
she
of?
just poured that.
What?
She ain't got to do
That
that.
sound like sucking on the dildo is a real dingaling.
Well, listen, what I'm saying is what
Jesus,
other people
pause, man.
choose to do sexually and sexual preference.
I'm just saying.
Affect me. So I don't have a real opinion on it. So it is going to sound different coming from me, because to be honest, I don't care one way or the other. It doesn't affect me.
But it might affect your kids if they
hamburger.
see this stuff. With your kid ain't with you and they're watching Johnny, who's transgender, and think that that's okay. That ain't okay. In my book, in my family, it ain't okay.
Well, I'm not going to say it's okay or not okay, but I'm hoping that we have the type of relationship where that's a conversation that we can have, that we could come to an understanding of what that is.
And what's
and why
going on?
Okay with it.
Talk to mama. Tell me what's going on with you.
Because
You know
what
what?
else can you do, right? Listen, this is the thing. You are not ever going to be the only influence of anybody around you. It doesn't matter how you try to, create whatever environment. Your kids are going to interact with other adults, other kids, social media, internet. So it doesn't matter what your kids are subjected to, because if your kid ever rides the city bus, goes to public school, believe me, that kid is going to see something that you may be offended by.
And I tell my kid already prepared for the weird stuff.
Not like, but what can you do about it except for arm your kid with the information to make an assessed decision that if this lifestyle may not be what you want, or if it is what you want, be informed about what this decision includes, and at least you're educated.
And let them know, hey, it's consequences for bad choices. The choice is yours.
Yep.
The choice is yours.
Absolutely.
But it is consequences for choices.
But you have to think about how many decisions have you made. Your parents may not have felt were good decisions, but they may not have caused the damage they thought that your parents thought they would. You didn't end up in the kind of trouble your parents said you would be in. So you have to respect other people's opinions and lifestyles, even if, like you said, you don't necessarily agree with it, but what can you do?
That's the thing. What can you do? Because everything is made that ain't normal was made normal. So everybody's dumbed down, and what can you do? what can you do? And that's on all spectrums of it, not just homosexual, but on all aspects of everything that's that the Lord deems wrong and made right. And people don't understand it's a spiritual.
Hey man, why you bring this dopey damn personality of yours out today, man? Bring out number 3. Can we get number 3?
Number three.
Ah, schmuck. You narcoleptic, man. He got that crossfeshi, man. He got that boy narcoleptic over there, man.
Hey, I'm just tired, man.
Well, let's liven things up. We got a few exciting things happening in the TV world. You know, Nick Cannon's getting his Wild and Back shows coming back to VH1 next month.
Oh, man. Would y'all really put that boy in my ears? Y'all know I don't like no daggone Nick Cannon.
Wild and Out is good.
I don't watch that at all.
Let me tell you something.
You missing it. You missing it.
Like
If you
Nick
not
Cannon
watching
and Dave Chappelle that go into these industries and they make these production companies all this money, and then they try to strip them of their rights and they production rights and they royalties. And I think that it's
they don't strip them. They already had them.
You have to say he's a good businessman and he's smart and he's done a lot for the TV industry. And bringing this show Wild 'N Out.
Old people got to afford.
How many black people has he employed through this show? Right?
If I ain't one of them, I don't care.
You didn't know about.
If I ain't one of them, I don't care.
Ah, damn. See, we can't be acting like
damn
that.
You know what? You know what? No, you know what? I'm gonna take this time to say, you know what? Damn that. You know what? Because Nick Cannon didn't come get me and put me in no job. He didn't give me no turban. He wearing turbans. He ain't got now motherfucker a turban.
Man, Nick done put a lot of people out.
Not me. It doesn't concern me.
Well, you haven't reached out to him?
And that
Find me.
Hilarious.
You got the turban. You should have some kind of mental powers. Ring
Another
needs
black
me.
show that's
Get
doing
it done.
these things. Snowfall got renewed for a 5th season.
Doggone right.
Yeah, we already did the 4th episode tonight.
Franklin Saint.
Come on tonight. I watch it every Wednesday.
That's
that dumbass Leon. I knew Leon was gonna blow his deal, man.
He gonna smoke crack.
Exciting for me to see. Issa Rae signed. Oh my God! That they say was a 9-figure deal on a new production deal with.
This is all depressing news to me.
Why?
Depressing.
Why?
Why y'all keep telling me about somebody else's money?
Maybe it'll motivate you to give more.
These are black aspiring entrepreneurs, people that started from the bottom and they're here. You gotta look at what this means for our community. They're inspiring a lot of young black people to go after their dream. That these people were not people 10 years ago that we could have made these moves in Hollywood, in this industry. When you talk about movie and production and all of that, this is a whole different avenue. You gotta remember. Now, Bill Cosby is in prison right now because he
unlawfully
all his royalties and productions to all his shows, right, and create his own organization.
Unlawfully,
right? Bill. That's where that all stemmed from. So you got to recognize that these people are taking the baton and running with it. They ain't dropped the ball. You was just saying why nobody signed up to be the next Malcolm X and Martin Luther King.
I ain't heard them yet.
Different way.
They're waiting on you.
Them people everybody keep naming, they running in the opposite direction of that. You know why y'all don't keep thinking they ain't? All they doing is helping program by being seen doing all these things. It's all part of the program. They just got in, figured out what was going on, and got on board with it. Like, oh, this is what we got to do in all corners of the world? Hey, let's do it. I'm in. I'm in. I ain't going back to Marcy. I'm in.
You horrible. You sound like the old school generation.
Man, I'm going to tell y'all again. It's nothing different than the guy that made it inside the house and didn't have to shuck no more corn and didn't have to pick no more cotton. When he made it inside the house, what did he do?
You're a hater.
He came out there. He wouldn't even brush his teeth just so y'all could smell his steak. His little steak leavings that they used to throw down for him like the puppies. and he had a little seasoning still on him, he'd come out and talk to y'all close. You smell that, Larry's?
Boy.
Oh, no, you got chitlin
You
breath.
are a
I got to
hater.
get back in the house.
You are a hater.
Big hater. He just a big
I got to get back in the
hater.
house. You got chitlin breath, man. I'm gone.
Oh, my gosh.
That's how they played you.
Hey, man, you need therapy, bro.
Look,
Quit
them
being a hater.
Them guys is, hold up, them the same guys that they'll walk you out there and make him whip you. He'll call out the shots. Give him 15 right now while I'm standing right here. I ain't about to throw my shoulder out back on his ass no more. They're the ones gonna make you turn around and lift your shirt up and give you 50 lashes before they ever give it up.
Wow. You are a hater.
What's hating about that? Those is facts.
You're a hater.
They going, all
The
right.
whole thing you just said.
All right. When I see you back and it got webs on it, I know what happened.
Well, in other breaking news, we've also learned that Mike Tyson says a rematch with Evander Holyfield is set for May 29th, 23 years after the infamous matchup in 1997.
He's definitely going to have to take it easy on
Will you
Evander.
be tuning in to watch the Mike Tyson?
Yeah, I'm going to tune in. Yeah.
Evander, the one, Mike Tyson has turned this fight down 3 times. Evander keep coming for the fight. So now he's like, all right, I'm going to knock your old ass out. Fuck, I'm tired of this.
To be honest, though, on his podcast, when they interviewed each other, when he interviewed him, Mike Tyson said that Evander Holyfield was the most difficult because of his counterpunching. That was the most difficult.
Yeah, and a counterpuncher, they just waiting on you to swing.
Right, and then bop your
And
ass.
then you get tired of waiting. So
Well,
then
wait a
you
minute,
end
we
up
talking
swinging.
about 23 years later, though. Y'all still think that fight style is valid for the both of them? Y'all still think they're going to get in there and practice that
I can
same
tell you this,
style?
at this age,
Put
he
it
don't
like
have enough
this.
speed to counter. He's going to get beat up.
Exactly.
I'm just
So what
You
saying.
see what Tyson looked like.
Now,
Tyson looked
it's
like
a different fight.
good.
Yeah, Tyson
It's
looked
a
good.
total different fight 23 years later when you in your 50s going on 60s, and you know it's been a while since you was even out there in the ring.
I mean,
With
he
an
was.
opponent that was looking to knock you out. It's a difference with practice.
Man, Holyfield got a heart murmur. He need to get out of here.
I mean, when
Yeah,
he
got
fought
good
Roy
heart murmur.
Jones, Mike Tyson looked good. He
He
wasn't
looked
as
excellent.
fast as he was, but he looked all right, and I'm pretty sure he'll put a whipping on Evander,
You cats out here.
because Evander is you seen his training video that he was doing this boxing thing coming after Tyson, and you like,
Not see Evander
man,
sneaky, been
somebody
sneaky
need
all
to,
his career.
Tell him no.
Evander playing it off like he ain't been doing nothing, giving you half-ass lackadaisy videos, trying to trick people to take the damn bait. He's not slick. I know all about you. The real deal is a real schmuck. And you're trying to sneak Tyson in there. You think you got some tricks for him, and he gonna mess around and put one on your beard, and we gonna be through talking about it.
All right, so if you had 10 bands to put up on one of these fighters, you going with Tyson or you going
Dog
with
on right.
Because if anything, he'll bite the other off.
Right now, Tyson, see, the thing is now, Tyson's back. At them times that was happening, Tyson was in a real messed up mental state. Tyson is back clear-minded and focused. He's going to put whatever get in there in front of him down, period. I don't trust it. I don't trust people that I don't suggest them get in there and try their luck. They better keep keeping these no knockout clauses in and keep getting these body shots.
Yeah, Mike
That's
Tyson
what they
looked
wanted.
good in that last fight. I can't even hold you. That boy looked like he ain't as old as he is, and I don't know if I'm willing to stand behind one of them punches on the other side of it and say it ain't gonna do what it used to do. So I don't know. It's gonna be a good one if you ask me. I don't know if I would fly to Vegas to see it, but I would definitely watch it on pay-per-view.
I'll fly to Vegas to see it in a Vegas hotel or a bar. I'm not going in the arena, but I'm gonna go to. You just never say not fly to Vegas for anything. That's all I'm saying. By the way, I would like to give a round of applause to that Mai Tai. It came out the bottle like an instant Mai Tai. Everything but the umbrella.
They didn't hear you.
Well, you know,
I wasn't even thinking about that. Our own round of applause.
Mike Tyson
Schmucks
is going to
doing
do
his
a
crack.
limited series on his life, and Jamie Foxx is going to be playing him in this limited series. So, what do you think about that?
On Tyson?
Yeah. Jamie Foxx is going to play Tyson in this limited series, but Tyson is producing it. So, obviously, he was in charge of picking Jamie, but what do you think about Jamie playing that role?
He played roles I didn't know he could play so well.
Hey, I ain't gonna say it ain't gonna work
believe he
because
can pull
Jamie
it
might
off.
pull it off. He might pull. He don't look like Tyson.
I just think that's the
Even
thing
when
that's
he was
throwing
trying to
me
get
off.
in shape, he was trying to.
He don't look enough like him.
He don't look enough like him, and he said on makeup they had to add stuff to his biceps or whatever. I don't know, whatever.
Was the same thing when he played Ray Charles. Did you ever think
He was cold with that.
He was
that
cold.
man would be able to play Ray Charles?
And he played him
That he
identical to
did
Ray
in
Charles.
Extreme Justice. I can't say he disappointed.
That's one of the
me
best
bit when he
performances
played
ever.
Ro.
That's
Yeah.
really one of the best performances ever. That Ray Charles role.
And look,
He nailed
Will
that.
Smith played Muhammad Ali. Did you think you'd be able to see him in that role before he did it? And he was damn good in that.
Will Smith damn near the only one that the only other person could have played Muhammad.
Who?
Kid from Kid and Play.
You stupid.
Kid. Bananas and pajamas looking motherfucker.
You so damn dumb.
Boy.
Oh man,
Get a little love, y'all. This
Dead
y'all.
spots, but
That's y'all. Feel the groove.
hey, you went to Atlanta. How was it down there?
Contamination.
Man, listen. This was one of the worst trips I ever had to Atlanta. I'm going to just be real with you as far as them stimulus checks had shit.
Too messed up, didn't it? Too much traffic.
Man,
Traffic
listen.
probably was insane. Everybody at the dealership.
I'm going to be honest. I didn't do too much traffic. What was extremely different was everybody just had money to blow, really. So everything had been triple price on everything. You wait extra long. You can't get a reservation nowhere. Like, if there was anything to do, people had already booked it to be done.
Damn.
So it was a different trip. I'm gonna say it was eventful to say the least, but it wasn't a time to go for the tourists, I'll tell you that. But they looked like they was having fun if you went to club. I mean, I don't do the club. I don't do that
I'm cool on all that.
whole club scene situation. So, but they looked like if you went there to go to a club, they had all kind of performers, and a younger crowd was having a good time with that. So I ain't gonna hate. Lenox Mall was turned. All the malls was turned. All the spas was turned. Anything that was luxury or pampering was turned up. But I didn't like it.
I ain't gonna lie. I like when things is kind of. I don't like when stuff over jumping. It start to make me just be looking around, because then you see us or all your people up close doing and you notice a lot more ignorant shit, and you just be sometimes like in that crowd, like walking through Lenox or something with you, I just stopped in this at a moment and just would have been like, I'd have been looking around like, this don't make no gas.
Listen, I'm going to tell you, Atlanta is a cultured city, right? So we not just going to put this on our people. When I tell you there was no reservations to get at nobody's restaurant, I'm talking about the day before. There was no more reservations, period. So what I will say is I had the opportunity to have brunch at the Esco Bar down there on Peter Street in the city down there. And when I tell you that environment, the food was awesome, the environment was good, and the
people
music,
twerking?
it was a nice day party. It was real day party-ish.
How many twerkers were there?
There were no twerkers. There were some hostesses that were very hostess-like. It was a wholesome environment, to be honest with you. I didn't see... Now, I was there, like I said, brunch hours, so don't quote me on what happens after the dark. But during brunch hours, you almost could take it. Well, I will say you could take your mama. I saw some mamas in there enjoying
Take your
brunch.
mama. I'm taking my mama.
Why not? It's brunch.
Let me take him.
It's brunch. The food is great, so I'm gonna tell you that if you don't take your mama, you might not. You
Why
might
didn't
be
take your
doing her
mama to enjoy no real lunch? Money making Grizz.
Yeah. Sometimes. I don't know. I'm so tired. I'm going back to sleep.
Why
Y'all
you
go
drained
ahead.
like a battery? I guess your backpack work off your powers, huh? You drank dumbass backpack drink too.
You see, I don't got the stuff out, nigga. I'm shit. I can't even get it out.
You haven't done anything.
No, I haven't. That's what y'all come in at. I know they looking at this show like.
That's where y'all come in at.
I get it. Sometimes you rhyme slow. Sometimes you rhyme quick.
Right.
I know.
This is a slow.
Let's talk about something important right quick though.
What's that?
Let's talk about these mass shootings that's been happening around the country that are getting a different commentary on the news than what we've seen here in the past, and how that looks to you. So we have the mass shooting in Atlanta, right, where there were 8 people shot, 6 of them Asian women.
Damn.
And the police staff publicist got on air and said that this guy was, quote unquote, having a bad day. That is how he described the emotional state of the shooter. He was pretty much just that nonchalant. This guy was having a bad day. He said when I talked to the suspect, it was clear that he was having a bad day. He was having a very bad day. And so he was fired immediately from spokesman position for the police force. And for me, it's like, okay, too late. We already heard. It's already went public. We've already.
That's deep.
He's a mole, and he said that just to keep people off the guard. The real issue and the real thing behind this and the narrative is that they are trying to ban those type of guns, AR-15s and all the cinematic guns like that with magazine clips. You know why? Because it falls under the New World Order. And what we've been saying, if they take your guns away from you, you can't do nothing.
Your freedom.
You're taking, exactly. So for people to sit there, and you know how many people have AR-15s? A lot of them.
Yep.
A lot of people have them, and they're not running around here shooting up people and doing this and doing. They have it for protection in case whatever. And I don't care what type of gun it is. I am a gun avid. I'm about to spend $800 on the AR-15 with the tactical light and the laser beam before they tell you can't have it. You know, and that's all it is they're trying to control you, just like this virus shit. They trying to control you. The vaccine, it's all a part of the plan. So when they
another mass shooting in Colorado where this guy went in there and shot up people in Walmart minding their own personal business for no reason at all. Again, and this gentleman wasn't even a white race. He was
it's not about race. That's what they want you to think about. But it ain't about race.
Check this.
No.
When you manufacture things, people die.
I only said that to say typically the narrative changes in media based on race. In this case, it did not. So I wasn't making this a race issue. What I'm saying is the narrative that we're hearing behind these mass shootings and the way that they're describing these gunmen is completely different than what we've seen in the past. And I completely agree that it goes in alignment with this whole New World Order thing because they're making it across the board now.
Yeah.
They're going to describe and communicate this information the same for everybody across the board. So it's not going to be so afraid of your black neighbor. It's anybody could do it. So we need to rid these semi-automatic weapons in the community and make it illegal and put all these regulations in place for gun licensure. I do believe some of it is valid and necessary, but I believe that some of it is a way to control the mass general public just like you do. Now, we don't disagree with the end result of what we think this is. It was just a point of difference in realizing that how they relay this information now based on George Floyd. based on the trial of Chauvin,
They want to
based
dumb
on all
down.
these other incidences. There was a huge difference in the way that they spoke about these same two incidences when they included different races.
Right. They trying to dumb down everybody's ownership of these all these weapons because they know that they can't take the guns completely. It's never gonna go all the way through the we're taking the guns completely. So what they're gonna do is dumb down the guns you can get as much as possible. So that way it's almost like you don't have no guns anyway, because the guns that we got is way overpowering that. At this point, it's kind of like a closer to an even kill because the streets got just as many guns as the army almost, except maybe not missiles and all of that, but guns, the streets got them. They got army issues, all of that. So they trying to dumb down the automatics and all that so that when they do come, that little stuff you got, boy, if you don't move, it's the same as you not even having none. And I also say, anytime you got man creating things, every time man creates something, it's always going to be a percentage of it that's not good.
Facts.
Period.
Well,
you got cars. Cars kill people every year. Everything they make, it kills you somehow.
Regulations on it that they want, but at this point, it's almost beating a dead horse because you can't go into every home and determine who does or does not because everybody hasn't bought these weapons on paper. Everybody doesn't have a paper trail of who owns what. So you can still regulate now, but that doesn't take away from ownership of what's already happened. So
People,
I don't really feel like
especially with the people that ain't supposed to have no way. You ain't coming and taking. I'm not telling you I have anything.
99.
I'm supposed to have it.
What I agree with is regulating people with a history or proof of mental health issues and proof of premeditated violence. Not for a particular reason. People that have situations like that is different than you owning a weapon because you live in a secluded area or you live in an area that everybody else around you have these weapons, and so this is the necessity, what you need just because of the environment you're subjected to. Because just because you have these weapons don't mean you're some gang banging drug dealer, right? You can have these weapons because you are a product of your environment. You don't have a choice but to live in the hood. And if 12 of your neighbors got semi-automatic weapons, it benefits you more to have one. You rather at this point be one of the haves than the have-nots. Now, I ain't no damn fool, but I know that
much. Hey, I heard them apples. And you might just be a person that collects. You might just like them. Might be a hobby, anything. Everybody, listen, the percentages been high or whatever they have been all over, right? And I ain't going to say that they haven't escalated over the times because y'all pumping the escalation in the programs with the music that you only signing rappers that's putting out a certain message. You only this, you only that. So you've been trying to pump the violence everywhere because you want everybody to turn up so they can turn up to the point where they blow their deal and you can come in and say you have the right to do this because y'all have all lost y'all mind. You feel me? It's all trying to push you and push this agenda so they can be like, nah, we need a new order in this world because things got in trouble. We want a world of peace. See, when they keep pushing that word peace, peace to them is really peace, meaning slavery,
from
basically.
From certain communities.
Absolutely. You're going to have peace because we're going to control everything.
In this situation, you almost have to exclude the Black community because we are the most impoverished community in the entire nation, right? We don't even have means to go nowhere and go get these weapons where they're made. We don't have no warehouses. We don't have no planes. We don't have no boats. We don't own any assets to where we are directly accessing any of this. So all of it that we have access to, and when I say we, I mean the underprivileged, impoverished Black community that they try so hard to victim or to not victimize, but to villainize us when it comes to gun safety and gun prevention and blah, blah,